Hi, I'm Matt Palatian, and I live in New Jersey. So, I've been with Advance the Faith for a couple of years now, and I'd say that these trips really just give me a better view of the world. It's really easy to isolate ourselves here in the US and think that the rest of the world is either doesn't exist or it's kind of just like us, but it's not, and it's a very different world out there. And I think that by going on these trips, I've really gotten to know people from other countries and see how the rest of the world kind of lives. By going on these trips, I also kind of get to restart my relationship with God, if that makes sense, because I can really get stuck in these ruts where I don't really do anything. If nothing's happening, then I'm not really growing, and I kind of have to force myself to grow and to take these steps. And these trips are a really easy way to do that, because it's a mountaintop experience. It's great. I've never feel so close to God as I do on these trips, and that kind of gives me a little boost to kind of carry that over into my normal life here, and kind of motivates me to keep learning and to be a better person and to keep my relationship strong with God. So really, my favorite moment on this trip is doing any of the activities with the kids, like the games and stuff. So we had this 9 square game that we set up early on, and we did it. I think we did it every day. It was just so great. It really helps to like bring down the barriers of the kids, and they can just be kids. They don't have to like think too hard about it. You push the ball or you jump out of the way. It's pretty easy. So it really gets animated, and it's a lot of fun. I know that Advance the Faith makes an impact because we've seen alumni come back and remember us and remember uh, the people who were on those trips, and like remember all the songs that we did and the activities we did, and to see that we come back every year and that we have this relationship with these kids who from different islands coming back to Nassau till now over many years still have a relationship with these kids, and now that they're like adults, and to show that we still care about them and they still have friends and they still have this community that we're a part of and they're a part of ours. That's huge because they don't have families sometimes, and it's really hard to have that kind of stable relationship. And I think it's good that we are trying to be that for them, that we can come back every year and say, hey, we're still here, we still care about you, we still love you, you got us, you got a question, let us know. Kind of like a dad that they never had, maybe. For further in the future, this kind of like gives me a goal to look for, something that I can maybe strive for when I'm done working eventually. Kind of have like a goal to say like, oh, I want to go help people in the Bahamas when I retire. Like it feels like a good realistic goal for me. So by going on these trips, I'm kind of wetting my feet a little bit, getting used to this idea of missionary work. I'd just say that you don't have to be perfect to be ready for the trip. I'm not perfect. I am quiet, shy, introverted, kind of things you maybe don't want to be on a missions trip. But I've been going a bunch, and I feel like I do make an impact. I don't always see it, but then you come back years later and they're like, Maddie P? It's like, yeah, still here, still doing it. So even if you don't feel like this is something you could do it. I'm doing it, so you can definitely do it. To all of you who work behind the scenes and everyone who wasn't able to make it on this trip but still contributed through prayers or donations or whatever kind of support, thank you so much for making this trip a great success. This wasn't just the people who were on the trip, this was a whole group of people behind the scenes making this all to come together, and I think you really made a difference in the Nassau community, so thank you for your help. Alright, that's all I got. That's it. I'm gonna stop it now. Whoa.